Hello friends, welcome to this SQL tutorial for data analysis and software development, which is for absolute beginners. In this tutorial of SlideScope, we are going to discuss about importing a database from a SQL file in MySQL. So for demo purpose, we will use Northwind database for MySQL. Northwind is a sample sales data of Northwind traders. It's a fictitious export-import company. This database is used by Microsoft to demonstrate use of its products like MS SQL Server, MS Access, etc. So this particular database, Northwind database, is available on many websites. It is available on Microsoft also, but I have the SQL file here. So I have only changed the name of this SQL file to northwinds.sql. I will share this SQL file with you. So in this northwinds.sql file, which I am reading on notepad++, you can see there are many lines. First line, it is php myadmin SQL term. So this particular file is actually exported from php myadmin database. So whenever you export a file, these lines are automatically created. As a beginner, we can ignore these lines, and what we have to consider is first we have to consider this line number 22 here, which is name of the database here, which is Northwinds. Then we have information about some procedures here, drop procedure and everything. So we have a separate chapter for procedure, and we'll discuss about these things. So from here, the actual definition of this SQL file starts, or from here the actual work of this SQL file starts. Line number 40 is drop table if exists categories. Now I am going to explain you line by line that what is the meaning of this line, and it is very clear from the statement itself. So this is a SQL query which is called drop table if exists. That means in our database there is a table called categories, so this line will drop it. So drop table command is used to drop a table. So we have a command called create table. Create table is used to create a table, and then we write some query here. We have already discussed about how we can write a query for creating table, but this is drop table if exists. That means drop table if this particular table exists. So without any error, this table will be dropped from the database. Next line here is create table if not exist. That means if that table does not exist in the database, so a table called categories will be created. Then we have this round bracket here, and we have already discussed about how we can name our columns, how we can provide a data type to our columns, what is meaning of auto increment, what is meaning of not null, what is meaning of varchar. There is a column called description, and in this column they have given a data type of long text, because description can have a string values, very long string values. So they have discussed about this long text. Then there is another data type called blob. So this particular data type is used to store pictures in database. So they are storing picture of categories. Then they are setting primary key as category ID. So this particular column will be set as a primary key, and they are applying a unique key constraint on category name. This column category name here cannot have duplicate values, and that is the meaning of unique key constraint. So if we apply, while creating a table, if we apply unique key constraint to any particular column, and this is the syntax of it, unique key on category name unique key, and in this case this column will not have duplicate values. As a beginner, again you can ignore some lines here because we want to move ahead, so ignore these lines. We will discuss about these lines in the later parts. So you can ignore engine is equal to my sam, auto increment is equal to 10, default cassette is equal to utf-8. We will discuss everything, but these are, you can say these are for some advanced users. For default user, this much knowledge is necessary. So now after creating your tables, they are dumping some sample data in the table also. So insert into categories, you can see they are dumping some values here like beverages, soft drinks. So description of beverages, then picture, this is a string for pictures, blob value. Now so there, these particular categories will be inserted in the table when this database will be created. We have already discussed about insert into command, so you know what it does. So these are the values. If you will scroll down, you will see some other tables are also created in the same manner. So here you can see in the similar fashion another table is created in a similar manner. Create table, if not exist, it is called customers. Here it has these columns: customer ID, company name, contact title, name, address, city, region, postal code, and so on. And similarly they have inserted some data in this table as well. So similarly there are many tables and many data rows that are inserted here. So one way of importing a table in your database is, so make sure that in your XAMPP control panel these two modules are green, Apache and MySQL. Then you can hit admin here, which will open this localhost / php myadmin for you. Now here you can click on SQL because you want to import SQL file here. So this is the one way. So copy the entire SQL here, hit Control A to copy everything, and simply paste it here. And now after pasting it, click go. Wait some time. So you will see that it is written no database selected. So if you are getting this error, you can click on new, create a database here. Now select this database, go to SQL, paste your SQL and hit go. MySQL return an empty result. We have not received any error here. And now if you will click your database that you have just created, you will see that these tables are already created. You can click on any particular table to view the data. So this is how you can import. This is one way. Another way to import a database is create a database, create an empty database from here. So let's create testdb2, create database testdb is created. Now click on import here, and after clicking import you can browse, navigate and select your file, and then after selecting your file keep everything as it is. Format should be SQL. Click go. You will see this message, import has been successfully finished, 53 queries executed. then you can select the tables. So these are the two ways. Either you can select the SQL from here and you can paste it here in the SQL of the database, or you can create an empty database. Go to import and import the file. Now this is how you can import a table. In this particular database we have these tables, and now we'll continue our tutorial. In the next part I will discuss about where clause, and I will apply my SQL queries on this particular database. Thanks for watching.